Thank you for joining us on this episode of KTN Mid Morning. My name is Koi. Now, Lake Victoria is the largest lake in Africa and the second largest freshwater body in the world. It's known for its breathtaking sunsets, shimmering waters, and natural beauty that are guaranteed to captivate and charm all lovers of nature and wildlife. Now, the lake shore is highly indented and there are many isles in the lake, some of which are known for their beautiful landscape, health resorts, and sightseeing places. Now, along the shores of this great lake lies a number of resorts that are not only luxurious but unique in their making. Now, this week we will look at some pretty sweet resorts and perfect getaways. Now, speaking of resorts, coming up is the Kiboko Bay Resort, all the way by Lake Victoria shores.
Kisumu is a port city in western Kenya. The name Kisumu refers to both the city and the district in which it is located. It is the third largest city in Kenya and is the capital of Nyanza province. Kisumu is most commonly associated with fish, which is found in plenty and comes from Lake Victoria. By the shores of Lake Victoria lies the Kiboko Bay. Formerly a recreational spot, it was opened in 2004.
We opened 6 years ago, somewhere middle of 2004. And at that time, nobody would want to, even though the lake is beautiful, nobody would want to touch anything around this side. Simply because of accessibility, the roads were bad and people's perception about security was, they thought it's a very dangerous place to travel to, even during the day. The challenges of basic things like water, power was terrible. Sewage, we have the lake closer, so we got to be very careful with how we manage the ecosystem over here. So there were a lot of challenges and nobody would do it. We came here, we started with 2 tents, we built the F&B facility and we started getting day visitors, but in the evening, very, very few. And in recent times, there's a big change. People do come here in the evening for dinner. But the best thing about opening this place is the value of property around and businesses has appreciated. Security has improved. The people in the neighborhood have got some kind of livelihood. It is an income multiplier. So challenges are there with a little bit of support from the community. The community supports us a lot.
Many hotels can be considered destinations in themselves due to unusual features of the lodging or its immediate environment. Kiboko Bay is an example of such a hotel.
The kind of facilities we are doing at Kiboko Bay Resort, it is appreciated by people who stay with us. But look at the whole of Kisumu or this area. We are the only one who are doing something like this. And you can't actually thrive in isolation. It's not about monopoly. We have only 10 rooms here. If more people were doing what we are doing, then this becomes a destination.
Accommodations consist of raised chalet tents, over which a traditional grass-thatched roof is superimposed. These are not your run-of-the-mill tents, though. They're more like cottages that are designed with a distinct African feel. A peek inside reveals facilities that can be found in any ordinary hotel. However, don't forget that this is no ordinary hotel, but a tent. To ensure air condition, a fan is available to serve the desired purpose. I bet that you did not expect to find a fridge within this unique accommodation. It sure beats walking to the restaurant to obtain refreshments. Hardly any detail is left out with a well-constructed tippy-tap which adds on to the interior decor. The bathroom section has beautiful tiles whose color and pattern complement the room. The lake shore is a breeding ground for mosquitoes. Therefore, not only is the presence of a mosquito net a nice touch to the interior decor, but a necessity in the prevention of malaria. An interesting touch to this accommodation is the exterior lounge. It's interesting in the sense that it's an exterior part of the accommodation, but is still within the tent. The Kiboko Bay Resort is not only a tourist site, but also offers employment opportunities to the locals surrounding the area.
Most of the employees are from the villages around here. Most of the stuff we source, like furnitures or anything from fabrics, like buying vegetables, we buy from the locals. Even though tomatoes are not grown here locally, we buy from the local vendor. At least, they can charge us a little extra, but they have an income.
Kisumu is a humid area with temperatures going as high as 34 degrees. The pool offers a perfect excuse for one to take a quick dip and enjoy the cool breeze. There is no doubt that water hyacinth causes numerous problems.
The hyacinth, it's not just for us, it's for everybody in Kisumu. Not just Kiboko Bay, it's for everybody. A lot of the major occupation in this area, it's fishing. The hyacinth actually dries up the fishing activity. It takes over the water mass. The fishermen cannot go out and fish for high value fish like tilapia. What they will find is mudfish and lungfish, which a few locals eat, but does not really have values in hotels or wherever in commercial businesses regarding food industry. The hyacinth actually has stopped the lake commerce. One major attraction along the lake is the small boats which take people into the mangrove forest. The tourists were taken and shown the beauty of the lake, the birds, the reptiles around here. A great ecosystem exists in this lake. But with the hyacinth, people who operate the boats, they cannot ply their boats. Tourists do not come here because they realize, if you go, you will see just miles of hyacinth and nothing there.
As is clearly put, Kisumu is a good destination for some romance.
Kisumu has a great sunset, a beautiful lake. Look at the gondolas in Venice. The boatmen taking people, couples, romantic couples along the river in, the waterways of Venice. Kisumu, look at the shoreline. It's not deep, it's shallow, but it offers that kind of a romantic escapade.
So why should you mark Kiboko Bay as your next destination?
We are unique. Our accommodation is unique. It's not conventional accommodation. It's kind of an informal accommodation which offers great comfort in terms of a good bed, very clean bathroom, and a great place to, relax.
There you have it. Not only is Kisumu good for its fish, but also for its unique accommodation such as the Kiboko Bay offers.
Over the past 30 years, the use of linen has changed dramatically. Approximately 70% of linen production in the 90s was for textiles, whereas in the 70s, only about 5% was used for fashion fabrics. A linen handkerchief, pressed and folded to display the corners, was a standard decoration of a well-dressed man's suit during most of the first part of the 20th century. Linen has had and still has many uses up to date. Now, in the feature coming up, we'll see how linen can be used to create beautiful accessories which you can use in your home, your hotel, or your motel.
Just a few to mention, so it's easy.
A combination of lovely linen and sinful pastries.
We have been together in good and bad times.
Well, you can find them here. The linens, that is. Bedspreads, cushions, and table lays that are, in one word, very cosmopolitan.
When night comes falling in,
Well, these pieces are the work of Savannah Studio, and they are a mix of textures, a feat that they are quite proud of.
Let it be a trend. You talk to me.
Creating linens that are versatile, classy, yet very domestic and Kenyan. And all this is done through the mix of textures.
We've been quite good at is bringing together different textures, different designs into a very unique sort of piece that's very rarely seen here in Nairobi.
Well, the colors are also something else. Well, of course, they're the usual earth tones, browns and oranges, which are pretty common when it comes to linens. But then, like with these pieces, you'll find the odd lime green fabric match with cream. A mixture of several blues, colors that seem bolder, different on linens.
You can carry off color in your home without being over the top.
But, and this is my personal opinion, the highlight is in the accessories, ribbons and beads that make the linens that leave the pieces dangling in the land between class and Africa.
Just a few dimensions. So it's easy but it's all
If you don't mind, that they still have a bit of the big hotel feel.
I think it's such a lovely personal gift to share with your loved one, especially if you have a home together. It's such a personal gift to bring home, and I've always felt that something as personal as bed linen, bed covers especially, can stay in the family for years to come.
And on the off chance that the linens do not work, sinful pastries from an artisan bakery. The pleasure of two, I guess.
Traveling is an experience that provides a welcome break from the monotonous and hectic schedule of day-to-day life. Now, visiting different places offers a wonderful opportunity to know the diversity with which the world is filled with, the culture and the tradition of various nations, and the different lifestyles and habits of people at the same time. A serene ambiance would allow you to spend time with yourself, know about your strengths and your weaknesses, and do a self-introspection away from all the worries. And also, an unfamiliar environment provides a feeling of mystery to explore new things at every upcoming step. Send us your comments to midmorning at standardmedia.co.ke, or better yet, go to our Facebook page, KTN Midmorning, like it and drop in a comment. We would love to hear from you. That's all we have for you today. Enjoy the rest of your day.